Because I put out an interview with Will Smith grabbing Alfonso Rivera, squeezing his and trying to put his finger in his, right?
What began as quiet speculation surrounding Will and Jada Smith grew louder when two very different stories surfaced. The first involves a lawsuit filed against Will Smith by Brian King Joseph, a violinist and former America's Got Talent contestant. In 2024, Brian was hired to collaborate on Will's music project and perform at live shows. By 2025, he had joined Will's tour. According to the lawsuit, Brian claims that during this time, he and Will spent significant personal time together. He alleges that Will told him they shared a unique bond unlike any other. Brian says the situation became unsettling during a hotel stay on tour. After losing his room key, Will's team helped recover it hours later. When Brian returned, he claims there were signs someone had entered his room without his consent.
Liz, this is all new. What else are we learning about these allegations, including the alleged intrusion?
Yeah, Kate, so according to the complaint, this all happened in March of last year while the violinist was on tour with Will Smith for Smith's global tour for his latest album based on a true story. And according to the complaint, there was this intrusion at his Las Vegas hotel room. He came back to his hotel, he says, and found that there was no forced entry, but that someone had entered the room and left a number of items there. And according to the complaint, there was a letter, a handwritten letter that was written that said, "Brian, I'll be back, just us," with a drawn heart, and it was signed by someone who identified as Stone F. There were also wipes, a beer bottle, a red backpack, a bottle of HIV medication with another person's name on it, an earring, and hospital discharge paperwork belonging to a person that was unknown to the defendant. So the defendant, his name is Brian King Joseph. He then reported this to police, the hotel staff, and he also said he reported it to Smith's management team. But he claims that he was then shamed by Will Smith's management team, accused of lying, and he says he was then fired. And then shortly after he was fired, they said they were going in a different direction, but then they ended up hiring another violinist. So he is now suing for, among other things, emotional distress and economic loss, Kate.
And Liz, how are Smith and his attorney responding?
Well, they're adamantly denying all of these claims. Smith's attorney has released a statement. We can read it here. It says, "Mr. Joseph's allegations concerning my client are false, baseless, and reckless. They are categorically denied, and we will use all legal means available to address these claims and to assure that the truth is brought to light."
As a result, Will Smith is now facing a lawsuit that includes claims of harassment and wrongful termination. Brian's attorneys also reference alleged inappropriate conduct, though they acknowledge that proving those claims may be challenging. The termination itself remains the core legal issue. While some initially dismissed the lawsuit, attention intensified when another individual spoke out. A longtime former friend of Will Smith, Bilal, who says he knew Will for nearly 4 decades, appeared in an interview making a series of serious allegations. Bilal claimed he is releasing a book that will expose what he describes as hidden and troubling secrets involving both Will and Jada Smith, along with powerful figures in the entertainment industry.
Then there was another interview with TMZ just after that where one of the cameramen asked Jada, "Hey Jada, have you seen Will with any men before?" And her answer was no. So now that's a lie too. Because I put out an interview with Will Smith grabbing Alfonso Rivera, squeezing his and trying to put his finger in his, right? So I think you played part of that on one of the interviews. So we're just getting people updated because I'm sure you have a lot of new winos since 2 years ago.
One of Bilal's allegations involved actor Bryshere Gray, who previously appeared on the TV series Empire. According to Bilal, Bryce had connections to Will Smith through shared associates and was under a form of mentorship at the time. Bilal claims that Bryce later began acting erratically and struggling privately. He says the actor once confided in him about a traumatic experience involving influential people in the industry. Bilal stated that he was stunned by what he heard and told Bryce that the situation sounded criminal.
There's no other way to put it. This dude is going crazy, right? He's out there allegedly with male he's pissing in the trailer, he's acting psychotic, right?
The same thing he's doing now.
Beyond that. But this is why a show is going on, right? So I'm like, I pull him to the side, right? And I said, listen, I'm here to help you and so forth and so on. So he was like, all right, I feel that. He said, everybody on the set know you. Everybody seem like they love you. I want to love you because everybody else love you. I said, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But he kept acting up. And then one day I said, what the F is wrong with you? And he was like, you know. He said, you know Will me. You know Diddy made me this. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me suck. And I said, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So he crying, no blood is coming from his nose. Yes, you do. And I'm like, yo, listen. So I grabbed my husband. I said, listen, I don't know. I didn't know what happened. Nothing. I was just asked to come. Is this true? Yeah. No. I'm gonna let you about to see if it's true from the paperwork. Oh, we telling something that got paperwork involved. Let me get to the paperwork. So at this point, I'm crying because I feel his pain. Like I can kind of tell when somebody phony and all, but it was the pain where the snot was coming out his nose. His nose was bleeding. He in the corner screaming, balled up, right? Like I could feel his pain, like he had been forced to do something. You understand what I'm saying? So I said, well, listen, let me find out what's going on. He said, don't say nothing. Right? So I'm like, Yaz, I'm like, yo, just relax. I said, everything gonna be okay, you know? And he was like, no, they gonna get me if I say something. They gonna get me if I, like he's spazzing, right?
He alleges that afterward, the actor was given money and support, and the situation quietly disappeared.
So whenever Charlie Mack came down, I think they gave him some money, whatever they promised him, right? So as time go on, he's still having effects from being. He's still having effects of being alleged and alleged of Diddy's in the studio.
Allegedly.
Yeah, all allegedly at this point. So now, so I had to leave the show because he was just acting irate. Like his behavior got so diabolical and so repugnant that I couldn't even be around it. Right? So as I was leaving and he knew I was leaving, he actually was hurt that I was leaving. And he started telling everybody on set what was going on, that I knew that Will and Diddy allegedly. Okay, so now I got to get my lawyers involved. Now we come to paperwork, right? So I let him know that I was going to sue him. That's number one.
Sue who?
Sue Yaz. Because two things happened. Number one, the money he was supposed to pay, he didn't pay me because Will was going responsible for the bulk payment. Then he was going around telling people I knew about these shorts against him, you know? And so what happened with that was the lawyers got involved. Then Charlie and Will arranged a lawyer for Bryshere. So they was telling me like, look, B, let this thing go. So I'm not letting nothing go. And this is to Will and Charlie allegedly telling them that I need an NDA from this dude. Because this dude, whatever y'all got me involved in is something dangerous and filthy and diabolical. So they was like, well, we can't do that. So we'll pay you to sign an NDA with him. And I'm like, I don't want your filthy money. I want this guy to stop saying that I know that you and Diddy did something to him.
The law further alleges that after this incident, the actor was provided with money and support, and the matter quietly faded away without public attention.
Now, I also talked about Jada and Will ties to Scientology, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I said, from my point of view, they were Scientologists, period. They were recruiting other people into Scientology. They opened a Scientology school. So all this stuff is happening and they keep saying, wow, we're not Scientologists. I know why they not trying to say they Scientologists.
Why is that?
They know what they're doing in Scientology. So let me just say, for example, let's take one of their good friends in Scientology by a guy named Danny Masterson.
Okay, shout out to Danny Masterson.
No, you don't want to shout him out.
Oh,
Danny Masterson. Yeah, he's in jail for women in Scientology and received, I think it was 30 years or 30 to life. So no shout out. We taking that shout out back. We taking that shout out back.
He's where he's supposed to be.
And he's the actor from the 70s show. So he's famous. So it's not like it's just a regular guy. But what people said was within that trial that there have been a lot of celebrities that have come through Scientology and have abused people within Scientology, both men and women. We're talking about it, right? This is on the record. So now I'm gonna leave it up to everybody else until we get to that part in court, why I feel that Will and Jada have committed sexual crimes from my point of view, things that I saw and documented, that they have committed crimes on other men and women within Scientology.
These claims caused some people to reconsider the earlier lawsuit involving the violinist. While there is no verified link between the two stories, the similarities raised concerns for some observers. Questions emerged about whether a troubling pattern might have been overlooked and whether mentorship roles were potentially being abused. Once again, these remain allegations, not established facts. During the same interview, Bilal made additional claims involving secret networks, concealed relationships, and alleged hidden recordings tied to well-known celebrities.
I got a driver, Fernando, that would drive me around. You know, in Colombia, everything's cheap. So he'd drive me around, run errands, do everything that I need to do. Kind of like an assistant, right? So we're pulling up to my apartment in Colombia. And when I pull up to my apartment in Colombia, there are a bunch of guys with two guys with black pants and white shirt, Scientologist outfits, right? Not saying they're Scientologists, who knows, right? And then there was another guy who I found out to be a private investigator, and they were by my house. So I told him to drive past, right? So he drove past, he parked, and I'm like, damn, why are they in front of my house? But the crazy thing before that, somebody sent a picture of the front of my door in my apartment and texted to me from a number, right? With nothing. So I put two to two together. I'm like, damn, they might be out to get me, right? So we're driving one afternoon, and while we're driving through that afternoon, a car pulled up with a guy with a mask on, right? And tries to run my boy off the road. So he's trying to not, because in Colombia, you have a lot of freeway parts, but you also have a part like there's no barriers. So you could, somebody make a wrong turn, you down there.
Because it's mountain.
Yeah. So the car is, so my assistant trying to hitting the other car so we don't go on a barrier. So the guy put the gas on, boom, right? One of the people that I saw, even with the mask, I'm able to see it was one of the people that was at my apartment. So we rolled down the embankment, right? Glass breaking, everything. Like I could hear oh man, it was bad, right? So by the time I get myself together, I look over, my man got a big piece of glass like this stuck in his head, right? It's about this long because the windshield broke when we was tumbling down. So finally the police came, the ambulance came, they took me to the doctor. So now my back is messed up. I gotta have black surgery, and then my knee. I have to have knee surgery. Yeah. So
How's the driver?
How is he? He still got brain damage. He still got brain. I'm responsible for this guy now.
None of these claims have been proven, and all remain unverified. Still, the interviews spread rapidly online due to its shocking nature. Bilal also stated that he fears for his safety after speaking publicly. He claims that the backlash went beyond threats, alleging that he was involved in a serious accident that nearly took his life. According to Bilal, he believes the Smiths were somehow connected to the incident.
Well, I stayed quiet for much too long. I could have saved somebody that this probably happened to after me, but I do apologize and I'm speaking up now.
Now a second man, model Mario Rodriguez, is suing Tyler Perry, accusing the actor of assault and alleging a disturbing pattern of manipulation. And his lawsuit alleges something deeply specific, that Perry allegedly reenacted a famous Good Will Hunting therapy scene in order to target him with past trauma. This lawsuit also names Lionsgate, accusing the studio of enabling Perry's alleged behavior. We have the filing. It includes alleged text messages we're seeing for the first time.